What's going on, guys? So in today's video we're going to do all of Houston explained, and I'm going to go through different parts of the area. This is going to be really helpful if you are moving or relocating down to Houston, or you're thinking about it. So I'm going to break down Houston overall, get you more familiarized with it. And if that's what you're looking for, go ahead and follow, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, comment below any additional questions you may have, because this is kind of going to be as detailed as I can. But of course, Houston is a big city and it's only continuing to grow, so new questions will come up naturally. Comment below, I'll do my best to reply to it. So once again, guys, my name is George Gonzalez. I'm a Houston realtor, and today's video we're going through all of Houston explained. So if you're looking to move or buy, relocate, my info is right here or in the description. Love to help you out, you and your family, in buying your new house or selling your new house. So let's hop into it. We got Taquito here helping us out. So we're gonna hop into the map. We're gonna look at the city, and then we're gonna go from north to south. So let's hop into it. Oh yeah, Houston explained. Taco Man. All right, you're out of it. So. All right, boom, here we are. So I am gonna shrink here, and then this guy, but boom. But why am I here? Why are you in front? Okay. All right, guys, so we're out here. If you're not familiar with Houston, Texas, huge place. So what do we have here? We have our several loops. So that's probably the best way to understand it. You have your loops, and then from there you've got your quadrants per se. So you've got your inner loop right here, 610 loop. You've got your beltway loop, and then you've got your soon-to-be 99 loop right over here. So let's get started here, going up north. So this is not Houston, but this is definitely a suburb that people commute still. So I would say this is a great area if you're looking for more of that woodsy vibe. You really aren't looking to travel down to Houston, or maybe you do, but it's just very occasional. You got your Conroe area. Very suburban life, 100% suburban life here. You have access to 45, which is why this is still a decent place if you want to live out here, because you could just hook 45 south and go to Houston, or you can go into your your neighboring fellow cities. You've got the Woodlands right here, and then you have below that, like right here, you have Spring. Great area. So if you're looking to move and you're thinking up north, there's nice acreage communities out here. Probably wouldn't go here, but definitely right around here. I did see there's some new communities, I believe acreage communities, like an acre right around here, and then there's some regular developments right down here. So good place to start looking if you're not interested living in the city, or even near the city. So definitely a good starting point there. And then of course your price points are going to be a little bit lower. The Woodlands is going to be much higher. It's definitely a massive master plan community, but down here in Conroe, you still got some stuff going on over here. So let's see. Get your country clubs, get your lakes. Let's look at the lakes around here. Get that boat life. There you go. So you got Lake Conroe right here. So good, easy access for that boat life. Even the Woodlands, to be honest, even the Woodlands, boom. This is probably about 45-minute drive. 45, not that much traffic going that direction. So, and then as we continue to go from north to south, we're going to go briefly to the Woodlands. We were already there, but the Woodlands has, Mitchell Pavilion for music. They have their town center, which is a whole collection of malls and shopping and restaurants there. You have different sections, to be honest. So this is the traditional mall right here. And then if you go over here, you have the newer developed part of the town center. Very nice. And then you have the Mitchell Pavilion right here. So, boom. And as we keep going down south here, down 45, you're going to have Spring right here. Good value in Spring if you're looking to move down there. You still have proximity to, the Woodlands, all the shopping that's there without having to go south into Houston. More suburban, and of course you still have your master plan communities, but pretty good place to if you're looking for value, bigger house, more bang for the buck. As we go here, and as you can see here, the newer loop is 99. This does help. The tolls are pretty big right now. I think they're like $1.75 per toll, and most of them are like $1.50, even $1.25 some places. Oops, Spring's down here. My bad. I thought it was just south, but no. Inside the loop, Spring here. And if we go a little bit further east, you have Lake Houston. The Splendor is way out there, but it does connect to 59 or Interstate 69, one of those two. And then as we go further down, Spring. So here's another area, good value buy. Is going to be it's going to be Spring. You got Humble. I'm sorry, not Spring. Humble. So you got Humble, and you got Atascocita, and then there is a big new community out here called the Groves. I don't know if it'll pop it up. Boom, right here. Really like nature oriented, nice trails, nice walking area, fitness center, well, rec center, which is fitness center, splash pads, pools, things like that, and very nice. Look, they even got the Balmoral name, big old pool here. It's looking really nice. So this is definitely a good option if you are wanting to come down here near Humble, Tascocita. Nice place, and then you're close to Lake Houston. Now, the only thing you definitely want to check, and this is really a great rule wherever you're moving, looking to move in Houston, is always check the flood zone. If you're in a flood zone, because that does affect your payments, because you have to escrow your insurance with it, and then also, just knowing the flood history. Is it not in a flood zone, but it's prone to flooding, or it's prone to flooding and it is in a flood zone, stuff like that. Because this is something flooding is an issue in Houston. That's definitely something you have to consider. But come down here, got Lake Houston, got a bunch of boat season here, boat cruising. Definitely a lot closer than, let's just say, going to Lake Conroe, or even going out of the city to like Austin and Lake Travis out there. Even though that's very nice as well, it's very beautiful. So something to consider, and of course you got parks surrounding it, golf course. Really nice place, and you're not that far away from Houston. You're still far. I mean, you're still like an hour away. Just that's real driving time. Give or takes a little bit more with traffic or no traffic, but that's what you got here. So, and then where is Kingwood? Let me see what Kingwood is. That's definitely a place that is a big master plan community. Yeah. So Kingwood is another really massive master plan community, another good option as well. A little further north, but you know, if your idea is like, hey, let's a little bit closer to Houston, Humboldt will be my choice, and strong school districts as well. So as we keep moving south, let's go ahead and continue the outskirts. So we have here, let me see here. Yeah, so if you got here, you know, here we got all of Houston, but we're gonna still be on this outer rim because there's been a ton of growth out here. Just, you know, people have been pushing out just due to prices. So we have Tomball, which has grown tremendously, just massive growth out in Tomball the past couple of years. But you've got Klein, you have right here, you have a really, Klein ISD is a great school district. Got a lot of friends that went there. They thoroughly enjoyed it. A lot of new developments are going on here as well. So you could probably still catch them under 300. So this is going to be a good option for you. If you go out here closer to 99, they got Amira is out here. It's a big master plan community. They're still building, plenty of opportunity to get a home here, but you will be in the 300s at this point. So, but that's a master plan community. Over here by, I believe, Centex and Legend Homes, they have a few communities here, but they're just communities. They're not master plan communities, so you pay less. And then if we go further south around the Beltway, here we have Jersey Village. Jersey Village has been growing for many, many years. So really a nice community, very suburban. A few master plan communities there, but Jersey Village is a nice place if you want to set up shop because you have 290. 290 just a few years ago got finished, and it is it's a new freeway. So still going to deal with traffic, but you have direct connection to Houston, so that can hook you down. You can go to Beltway, you can come down, go to 610, and that way you're not traveling in between here. That's what takes time. Tons of traffic in between these major arteries. So, like I said, you got 290 right here, you got Jersey Village here, and then if we zoom in a little bit more, so what we have here, you would have Heights right here. This is where all the growth and massive popularity has gotten there. But obviously you're in the loop, so you're going to be looking at minimum $1 million for homes here. But there is a nice community, if you can find it. Independence Heights is growing. It's been growing, nothing new now, but it's definitely going to be more affordable than the Heights. You just won't have, the Heights bars and drinks there, but you have. And one thing too is like there are sections of the Heights that are still dry, but you pay a fee and then you get the drinks. So don't be afraid about drinking down there. You just got to drink in the restaurant. Over here also you have Timber Grove. This is a nice area. There are some issues of flooding here, so keep that in mind. But you have a massive biking trail along TC Jester. And then if we go on the other side of 610, right, so we go just outside the loop, then you have Oak Forest. So this is very suburban, no master plan communities, but just a lot of older homes that have been torn down, rebuilt. So you have $1 million+ homes here. Very strong school district. You definitely want to be, the desirable part from what I hear is going to be towards the west, not towards the east. But if you don't care for that, you can get a budget price right in here, and then you are still close to 290. So see that proximity pays off. And then if you're kind of on the investment side, here, then if we go up just a little bit north, you can get some growth just west of 45, right here. And if we go a little bit north, probably here. More long-term growth, but this is going to be more long-term if you're looking to invest. This might be the area that you want to go. Acres Homes is having a lot of investment right now, but I think if you're looking to move there primary, it might be something to consider, but not quite yet. But a lot of growth, and there are some duplexes, I believe, that are right here off of Ella. So if right here, I think it's, I don't know if this is right. Yeah, give or take. So there's going to be a new development that's going on right here. I think this would be great for a young couple or even an investor. They're building duplexes, fourplexes, townhomes right here. They're priced really well. Still on the early stages of growth, but that's the risk you have to take if you're looking for that. You know, people always tell me what's the next up and coming, especially in today's market. This is 2021 edition. A lot of stuff is moving and it's going to be sold out quickly. So this might be a great opportunity. I think the price point's still like either 350 or 400 for duplex. That's an amazing price. So as we continue down south here, let's continue in the city. We'll go a little bit east here. And I believe here you're going to have a lot of changes coming soon. No one's looking at these areas. These are, you know, blue collar areas. So probably if you're moving to Houston and you are just completely open, these are more industrial. This is going to definitely get you bang for the buck, but long term. So no master plan communities over here. Then you got Cloverfield. No, Cloverleaf. No, Cloverfield is a little bit further the other direction. Channelview. That's what I'm confusing it with. So this is east of Houston, right? So you got Cloverleaf, Channelview, a lot of changes here, a lot of older homes. You got Galena Park. You know, the reason these homes haven't grown as much is these are closer to the plants. These are closer to the refineries, right? Because you're along, if you go here, 225, right here, Pasadena, a lot of refineries, a lot of plant work, right? But there's been massive growth here, just not as much as the rest of Houston, but good opportunity if you're looking to live on the east part of Houston, or the eastern part. So let's go back into the loop and see what we have here, which we have, we'll focus on this because Houston is pretty big, but we'll break it down here for you. I'm going to take the satellite view, easier on my eyes. So down here, this is downtown. Not very big, but downtown, this is where you're going to have George R. Brown Center, you're going to have Toyota Center, you're going to have, actually Energy Stadium is on the loop. Yeah, Toyota Center, Minute Maid Park, the Juice Box, you're going to have this all down here. And of course, you're going to have Main Street, Fannin. Those are the main areas for bars and drinking. This is going to be the spot if you're looking to bar hop. Very quickly, it does change pretty good. Now, if you kind of want that urban suburban mix, then Edo, which is going to be a very small market right here, is probably going to be where you want to be at. All right, and then we have like different sections, you know. So kind of that younger urban hip hop scene. Not hip hop. I don't know why I said that. Hip hop, but you know, young couples, young families, boom. You want to hang out, right? This is where we want to be at. Right around here, this is all Edo. You'll have, well, this is downtown Discovery Green, but all this is going to be open. So if you're looking to invest, this might be a good place to buy instead of shop. Next 10 years, I think this area is going to boom. You can still find homes here, resale in the 250s. New homes, you're going to be looking at 350, 400, but I think it's still worth it. Especially if you got a young family, no kids in school. This is going to be a good opportunity right here. This is the further out, what is known as Second Ward. Houston was split up in a bunch of wards back in the day. Not going to go into that, but that's how it was. You had your Second Ward, Third Ward, Fourth Ward, Fifth Ward, etc. So, so we have here. What am I here? just a few pockets that I'm trying to dissect. Yeah, so you have that. That's Edo, East Downtown as well, the kind of bigger part of that. So you have proximity to that with bars, drinking, and a bunch of bike trails that you can go. And they're renovating a lot of the parks that are there. And then if you go further south, this is U of H, and then below that you have TSU, or west of it, and a lot of changes are going on here, just being fueled by the school, right? A lot of schools. U of H has grown tremendously. TSU, so people looking to buy homes there, rent them out, rent them for their kids, etc. So definitely a good place to have. And then also a decent area, if you don't mind city living, you have to distinguish the two. Suburban and city living, two different types right there. So you have along McGregor, all this right here. A lot of changes going on right here. And then of course on this side, NRG, as I circle my face, you have NRG Stadium, Astrodome area. You'll have a lot more townhouses here, condos, apartments. This is what you're going to find here. So that's, if you're looking for that, that's going to be your area. So yeah, this is what you have here. And then if we go back towards the west part, more activity. You have the massive Memorial Park. If you've never been there, it's a beautiful place. I actually made a video where we went to the new Eastern Glades, the new section that they opened up. Beautiful, just massive. They do have a small area, a tree trail, arboretum, something like that. Let me see if I can squeeze it in here. Yeah, Houston Arboretum. It's very nice. It's super small, not very big, but it's nice to see. And then, of course, along here, a lot of green area. River Oaks, massive golf club, very exclusive, very expensive, right next to, obviously, River Oaks. So, and then all here, this is all kind of more of that urban suburban mixture. So a lot of homes, a lot of townhomes, a lot of apartments, and it's still very nice. And then of course, you have your Montrose district, and then if we go a little further in, you have your Midtown. Definitely good places to if you kind of want more of that, not downtown living, but urban living. That's going to be it right here. So not as here, tons of buildings out of here. I mean, tons of buildings, obviously. Skyscrapers, just buildings here. So that's what we got. So let's zoom out. I don't want to spend a ton of time on this. We'll go down here. This is a nice area. This is the last part of 6 inner loop that I'm going to be talking about as we continue here. You got Westview. Definitely one of the top rank suburbs to live in the nation. Very exclusive. Then of course you have Rice Village, Rice University. Then you got Herman Park, another massive, beautiful park, and then that is located with the Houston Zoo. And then you'll have Med Center. So, which is, where is it? Boom. Yeah, all down there. It's very nice. You'll like it. At least, even if you pick a outer city or neighborhood, you can always travel into Houston. It's very beautiful. Paid parking everywhere, though. That's free parking no longer exists down here, so just keep that in mind. And then Braeswood, this is another place here. So like Westview, which is just above that. I mean, that's going to be multi-million-dollar homes. And then Braeswood, I mean, you could, I think, sub-mil, 700 to mil easily. But you can still find some homes here, So if you want that proximity, it's a good spot. Whoop. Keep disappearing here. So as we keep going south, I'm going to be a little bit more general here, but it's kind of the same thing. So we're now looking on the southwest side here. Actually, let me move it. Boom. So this is what we got. We got Bel Air. I don't know if you ever heard of Bel Air, but another affluent neighborhood, but Bel Air is there, but it quickly transitions into the Southwest. So definitely if you're looking to move here, visit in person, there's definitely pockets that are there that are not there yet, but you do have HBU, which is close here. Tons of changes around that university. So way different than what it looked like when I was growing up there. But you have Meyerland as well, which should be closer to 610 here. That's a nice community there. That nice shopping area. And then you come south here. A lot of changes going on here. Older homes, you're going to be seeing maybe sub 300, 200, 300 easily. But affordability is just way better here. And then as you come further south, you have Beltway. You can find a lot of different neighborhoods along Beltway. So you will get that convenience of quick access to the Beltway. So this is where you'll have Stafford. Actually, Stafford's like here. It's like a weird cutout. But Stafford is a nice neighborhood, very small, low tax rate. Meadows Place is even smaller than that. And then as you go further south, you have Sugarland. You got Missouri City. And Missouri City and Sugarland are actually pretty big cities. They're one of the fastest growing cities in the nation. Well, Sugarland is. And then over here, you have what I consider Fresno. And then it bleeds over into Pearland. So Fresno for sure, definitely growing, very affordable homes. It's just not close to anything. It's not really close, and your main artery is Fort Bentall Road to finally get to Beltway, where you go east to hit 288. And then as you go over here, this is just all Pearland. Pearland's got this whole section here. Pearland's booming, it's growing, a lot of development there, a lot of growth. And then you also have a lot of growth here around Hobby, around I-35, Telephone Road, close to 45. And then we'll keep going here. So just to kind of recap, here you can still get maybe 150s, 200s, a lot of changes here. Some new neighborhoods are popping up right here as well. Nothing massive plan, but new communities. And then Pasadena has gone through some massive changes in the past couple of years. A lot of older homes, like old homes that are beat up, are going for like 100K. Because the amount of growth that's going here, low tax rate, older homes is a great combination for just kind of that rejuvenation of these neighborhoods. And then it's close to the Beltway. You're close to the plants, a lot of plant workers, and then you've got Ellington Airport there. So a lot of good changes on the southeast side. And then a little less known is going to be like Baytown. That's super far away, but plant work still there. Very small community. You're close to the water. Now, one thing you want to keep in mind with the water and the bays down here is we're a port city. So probably not going to be something you're looking to swim, but fishing is a thing. Right here in Nassau Bay, these bays are going to be a little bit better to have activities in, but just definitely would not swim in these waters. But nice areas, and then there's Kemah around here somewhere. Kemah is a very nice boardwalk. Again, kind of like a little town center-esque, shopping, drinking. They have a little swing. They have like a mini amusement park is what it is. It's not big, small, but cool to have fun at with the fam. Actually, I'm sorry. Here it is, Kemah. And then Leak City is a nice place, very suburban, super suburban. Got some master plan communities there, very nice. And then Friendswood, that was on my top 5 neighborhood list. Boom, that is a great neighborhood. I love Friendswood. Question, I had a video that I posted on Friendswood, and I had a great question about knowing the police. Let me look it up so I know what the question was. So the question was, part of Friendswood is in the CCISD school district. So probably Clear Lake. Yeah. Maybe some comments on whether or not Friendswood Police Department oversees neighborhoods such as West Ranch, which is where the video was in that video, that are located in Friendswood. And the commenter, my answer to that is, depending on where you live, the fastest way that you can find out is find out who gets the taxes. So when you go to taxes, and I've discussed this, so very quickly, the taxes that you pay with your escrow on your property is not only property taxes. You have school taxes, you have property taxes, but you also have county taxes. Some do, some don't. And then your district taxes. So whoever the district gets paid to, that is who I would assume is going to be, policing your neighborhood. So if you are paying Friendswood City for taxes, then Friendswood would be your police department. And then I'm pretty sure there's overlap at some point. Then it would just go to that respective county. So that's the best way. There's too many variables, so I think that's the best way to find out. Where do your taxes go? Does it go to the city or does it go to the county? And that's going to be who polices the area. Okay, so as we continue here, we're going to explore south because there's a lot of growth happening south. And as Houston has a huge demand, this is the 2021 edition of Everything You Need to Know About Houston, as a massive influx of sales and construction cost rises and low interest rates continue, south is growing even more. So obviously we have Pearland here, but along 288, and there's not a lot of traffic going down south. You have a lot of growth here by Rosharon, because it's called Meridiana. So as you can see, it's not that far from Highway 6. I would say still probably like a 10 to 15 minute drive, but it is there. And this is Meridiana is a master plan community. It's very beautiful, tons of splash pads, pools, tons of things for the kids to do. So over here you can still find some homes in the high 200s, probably for not much longer, but 300s, 400s and up. This is where you'll want to look at. And decent place. It's not that far. You're further south, and then it's not further south as Rosharon. Rosharon is another place where a lot of movement is happening. But you're kind of in between Manville, which has grown a lot. You're close to 288, so you're close to a great freeway to get into Houston. And then of course you have Iowa Colony, that's still growing, and then it's a little bit more direct than Alvin, I-35, but Alvin's another place that you can still get acreage out there, for like 200s, 300s. So older neighborhoods, but you can still get that right around here. Wow. All right, so let's keep going. Let's see how far we've gotten. And I'm gonna try to do this as a uncut one cut. All right, so now we're going to the west of Houston. So this is my hometown. I'm out in Sugarland boy, at least high school. But southwest side. So you have your main artery, which is Highway 6. I'll tell you right now, traffic sucks on Highway 6. It sucks. It actually sucks all the way because it goes up on the other side of I-10, and it is the same thing all the way through, going through Katy. It's terrible. But I've digressed. So you have some cool neighborhoods here. You have Four Corners. That's kind of like the transition of Sugarland to Houston. Then right here you have A-Leaf. A lot of a big Asian community is along A-Leaf, because over here you have Chinatown along Bel Air and Beltway 8. So if that's where you're looking, it's right there. But if you don't live there, I can't tell you what to do. I'm just telling you what's there. So as we continue, you have another toll road here, which is West Park Toll Road, and that one, tons of traffic, which sucks. If you live along here, you have to pay for it, but it is the fastest way if you are traveling anywhere, honestly, because if you travel along here, like Kirkwood, or even along the along West Park, sorry, did I just do that? Tons of traffic. So it's just a lot of it's a big population. So, but as we continue there, let me exit this out. We'll go here. But some good communities here. You do have 99, and that one again still has traffic, but it is not that bad. It's actually not that bad until you get on this side towards Katy. But you have Richmond down here. You have a few master plan communities. You've got Aliana, and then you have there's another one here. I'm trying to remember what it's called. Forest Green. I'm probably wrong on that. Nope. It's like green. It's called something green. Pecan. Oh yeah. So Pecan Grove Plantation. That is a master plan community. It's an older one, but it is one if you want to look for an older master plan community. Harvest Green. Boom. Right here. Cluster 99. Very beautiful master plan community. That is definitely a good place to check out. Big builders that are there, you know, Lennar, I think is the main one. And then New Territory, that's still Sugarland. Greatwood is still Sugarland as well. Older master plan communities, but one place that is growing much more, Richmond and Rosenberg. Tons of growth down here. You've got 99. Not going to tell you it's quick access. Richmond probably better because you have 90. They are expanding 90 down there, so it's probably a better route for growth. Rosenberg, nothing wrong with Rosenberg. Actually, I mean, there's nothing wrong with any of these. It's just, end of the day, it's going to be preference. Like, what's your preference for, you know, where you work, schools, very, very big schools out in Richmond and Rosenberg. But, you know, just looking at the map, just kind of give you context to where this is located. And I can tell you right now from Sugarland, if you are already on 59, going down to Rosenberg, that is a solid 15-minute drive. There's tons of construction on 59 to expand. So as soon as that's expanded, it's going to be great. And then of course over here you have University, boom, 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 which kind of runs on the backside of Greatwood. There are University Park, Memorial Park, is going to have a big trail that's being connected right here. It's going to be great, you know, great for public park and trails, separate from master plan community. So it's a huge bonus, a huge upside for Sugarland that they have for the community. And this is usually where they hold their 4th of July activity. So pretty cool. And then of course you have, you know, you have Ranch. Oop, I didn't want to do that. And then of course you have your Aliana, Pecan Grove over here. West Belford, that finally connected. That usually cut off. A lot of new neighborhoods right along here on the backside of 1464. So as we continue, let's go. We're shifting more towards Katy. So let's talk about it. So here, obviously, your main artery, I-10. And if you're not familiar with Houston, I-10, I don't care what day you're driving, traffic. It's traffic central. And then the Mini-Me 99. That one has a lot of traffic. Right over on Cinco Ranch right here, this, tons of traffic. Between West Park and I-10, tons of traffic. But what do you get here? So let's look at the top-down view of Katy. So you have tons of new development going along here. You have, this has already been developed, but they're still building out here. But honestly, if you're looking for new construction, you're going to be looking just around here, Cane Island. You're going to be looking down over here. And there's going to be a new Balmoral right here. Currently, there's only 2. There's one in Tascasita, Humboldt. These things are badass. I don't know if I can say that. So you got one right here. What did I do? Lagoon. Boom. Right there. Turn satellite view. Look at that. That's an Humboldt. There's another one in Lago Mar, Texas City, right there. So you have one right here, you have another one right here, and they're going to put another one over here. And I know this because it hasn't been built yet. So they're going to put about 1,200 homes out of here. It is going to be right next to... It's going to be next to this. This is probably going to be... Yeah, so they've already built out here. FYI, there's a few homes left here if you're still looking to buy. Very nice community. They have a bunch of little man-made retention ponds and lakes. This is nice. But there you go. So you got Lake Houston. I bet you all this right here. Actually, I bet you this. Yeah. All this, because it's 1,200 homes, and of course you're going to have the big lagoon all there. So if you want to get in on some early equity, I would move in here in the lake house. Or if you want to be in that neighborhood, I would go here. So contact me if you're looking to move here. It's going to be dope. So as we continue, let's go back out. I got distracted here. Back to the map. And then of course we're still having a lot of growth here in Katy. So people have moved to Brookshire. Brookshire. Not sure however you want to say it. Tomato, tomato. But yeah, that is going to be all of Houston explained. And then of course, you know, Galveston. So in Conroe, great if you don't really care about going to Galveston. But to be honest, if you want that proximity to Galveston and you know everything that Galveston has to offer, you're probably going to want to be outside the Beltway here. Because anything here, you can probably get to Galveston in about an hour, hour and a half. I don't care what Google Maps says. You live anywhere here, it's an hour, hour and a half. There's just no questions about it. If you're living on the other side of town, you better be leaving at 6 a.m. But again, I've digressed. All right, so that's going to do it for me, guys. You know, at the end of the day, just make sure, like, hey, you know, do your research. Any additional questions that you have, like, just let me know. That's what I'm here for. Do your own research. Do your own research. Any questions, ask me direct. And just want to say thank you if you made it to the end of this video. If you did, hit that like button. Where is it? Hit the like button. Hit that subscribe button. Any other questions you may have, please comment below. It does great to promote the channel.